Hello adventurers, I'm Gray and welcome back to Slime Rancher, where I'm not quite sure how much there is left to do in the game that would be interesting to show. However, we do have this quest to finish and a whole place to unlock from it. There we go, Star Mail received from Victor Humphreys. A whole new place to explore, a new portal we're going to unlock. I'm lagging. I'm guessing I'm lagging because of all these particle effects, and I think I made a big mistake with throwing all these here. I think all of these things being here lags me out slightly. I don't think it's too big a deal, though. Anyway, let's go read that star mail and see what he has to say. Assistance required. Victor Humphreys. Miss LeBeau. I've heard of your accomplishments here on the farm. Oh no, sorry, I gotta give it a sort of scientific accent. Miss LeBeau, I've heard of your accomplishments here on the far range. You seem to be very capable, quick thinking, and able to adapt to new conditions. Exactly the kind of person I need for my latest project. Should you find this proposition agreeable, I have activated a teleporter in your lab to my undersea workshop. I hope to see you soon. Sincerely, Victor Humphreys. P.S. Should you accept this offer, I propose we refer to each other in a casual manner going forward. A reduction in formality will expedite every future interaction that relies on dialogue. In short, may I please refer to you as Beatrix? Yes, sir. You can. You didn't need to ask. You nerd. Alright. I mean, I was going in this direction anyway to throw these pickle pears and phase lemons into the place where they need to be. Okay. So the slimes can be happy and fed. There we go. And over here, I believe? These guys still have plenty, but actually no. It's actually been dropping some on them right now. We have the opportunity to make a lot of money when we're done with this, but for now let's explore Victor Humphreys' workshop. No chickens or carrots, only slimes. Victor's workshop. Deep below the slime sea, Victor's workshop is one part laboratory, one part branch that Victor developed himself. The workshop houses his slimulation system that is currently filled with bugs and technical glitches and in need of further testing. Because of this, Victor has moved on to an unknown new project somewhere on the far range while he seeks a partner to help troubleshoot the slimulation. Though the workshop's undersea nature provides a dramatic effect, it is an extremely practical decision in that the slime sea provides a natural cooling system for the tremendous amount of heat the slimulation generates. Thus, a natural warming effect on the slime sea is a top priority of Victor's, and he has stated that if he cannot reduce slimulation heat output significantly in the near future, he will shut the entire project down for fear of harming the natural environment. I mean, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of unnecessary. We need scientific progress, that's more important. Whatever. Let's see, what's this over here? I guess this is where you shoot the stuff in that you find in the slimulation. Is Victor anywhere around here? Is he in here somewhere? Victor! I can't really see that well in there. What did it say about the slimulation again? Actually, let's take a look at it. So we've seen everywhere in the ranch now, so that's this whole place filled out. Alright, slimulation system. Okay. The world, do we have anywhere else left? We do have one more place left in the world to explore. I'm not sure where that is. Slime science, we have everything. Resources, we're missing one thing, and I know what it is that we need to get for that. Or at least I'm pretty sure. One slime we're missing. It's probably something we get here. So we've almost filled out the entire Slimepedia, which is nice. Look at this. This place is cool. Very, very scientific. Very techno-focused. Hello, Victor.
Hello, Beatrix. Thank you for taking the time to assist me with this project. It is a matter of great importance that is something, My apologies. I'm in the middle of some, delicate work, and I sometimes forget I'm wearing my immersion field. Now then, the matter at hand. I need some assistance testing an in-development simulated reality of the far range. I'm attempting to use this simulation to predict slime behaviors and evolution. Alternatively, you could call it a slimulation.
Yeah, that's about my response to this naming scheme. To be fair, scientists are not the best of names. You'll learn through any sort of science class, physics class, health class. Scientists, if they're forced to come up with names for things, will come up with the most confusing, unnecessary names that like don't even fit it that well. Or they'll just use their own name to name the thing. Or at least that's how it historically was. I know that that's less common now to name it after yourself. But they're bad with names. Scientists aren't the most creative people.
I'd calculate a response of at least a mild chuckle from that wordplay. But no matter. Let's proceed. My slimulation is an infinitely complex project that could be the key to understanding slimes on a level we've never dreamed. However, it is sadly riddled with bugs.
'Tis the problem with coding in general.
Well, not bugs per se. Technically speaking, they are features.
That's Bethesda.
No, technically speaking, they are a flawed simulation of a slime that has discovered a way to replicate. Fascinating in its own right, but very much disrupting my studies.
Okay.
I call these entities glitch slimes.
Yep, that's the last line we need to get.
And I need you to help me collect them for study. Here's how it works. Enter the simulation and begin exploring. Your goal is to collect glitch slimes, which will automatically be turned into bug reports upon exiting the simulation. However, this is easier said than done. Glitch slimes have exhibited a curious behavior of conforming to their surroundings, perhaps, to avoid detection from me. It is not clear. Refocusing the discourse, glitch slimes will look like normal slime lagos and objects within the environment, though something is usually off about them. To reveal them, back up the lagos you suspect and use my handy-dandy debug spray on suspicious objects in the environment. As a reward for your efforts, I'll grant you manifold cubes, a special multi-purpose resource I invented, which you can use for fabricating unique gadgets from the blueprints you'll find in the simulation.
So that's the last resource I need to get. So we can make gadgets from this stuff. That's cool.
And as we conclude each major phase of our work, I'll also grant you additional rewards, but more on those later.
So this is like an unpaid internships. I'll get some experience. And you know what? You're paying me in blueprints, so I guess that's alright. My research has determined that adding mystery to reward mechanisms incentivizes participants to try harder.
Oh, and this is really not terribly important, and I'm certain it's quite nearly under control, but due to data corruption in the simulation, there will reach a point where tar-like entities will begin appearing and taking over, and you should really get out right away. When this occurs, I'll be sure to signal a beacon in the first available location where you can safely log out. Just follow the exit markers when you see them. They'll lead you to the exit portal.
Okay, you haven't answered an important question that I have, Victor. What happens if I die in the simulation? If I die in the game, do I die in real life? Okay, great. Glad you have no questions at all, especially about that last bit. So let's get to work. I already signed the waiver, apparently. The Slimulation has a lot to handle in its current state. Check the Slimepedia for proper testing procedures. Alright, is it in Victor's workshop? No, is it in World? Okay, it'll be in World once I hop in. Ooh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You ready to get immersed in an online world? I'm excited. This is like my favorite thing. Like, this type of topic, going through another world using technology and like VR and all that stuff. I love that stuff. Oh, I need an empty backpack. Alright. Oh, it turned from red to yellow. Let's go. Whoa! Trippy, hidden in plain sight. Be on the lookout for glitched largos and slimes. Back them up to see if they're glitched slimes in disguise. The Slimulation. Virtually better than a real thing. The Slimulation is an in-development virtual recreation of the Far Far Range created by Victor Humphreys. The goal of the Slimulation is to predict slime behaviors and evolution, but unfortunately it is riddled with bugs in the codebase, which have produced a curious anomaly known as glitch slimes. Victor is now seeking a partner to enter the Slimulation, wrangle glitch slimes out of hiding, and file valuable bug reports. Cool. Also, just gonna say, I love this music remix. It is really nice. It's a very sort of retro style. Oh, you glitch. You're glitch slime. If you're reading this inside the Slimulation, how do you know it's real? It's a good question. Diet unknown, favorite none. Glitch slimes were formed from a bug in the codebase of Victor's Slimulation of the Far Far Range. Though a wholly digital entity, these slimes could easily be considered real and within the limits of the world they inhabit. It's like SAO. It's like if you enter a virtual world that's almost like the real world, is it really not real? What makes the real world so real compared to the virtual world you're in? The fact that you know that you're in a virtual world? What if you spent more time in that virtual world than you spend in the real one and form more bonds and connections on there, you form a family on there? Is that really still the virtual world? Or is that the real world to you now? How do we know that our current world isn't a virtual world and we're not just in some sort of Matrix thing right now? I know Neil deGrasse Tyson has mentioned that. Alright. Glitch slimes do not seek out food like physical slimes. Instead, they seem to be expanding to every corner of the slimulation, driven by some unknown purpose. Mr. Anderson. Though glitch slimes pose no direct danger to a rancher, their mischievous nature can make for hazardous situations when attempting to wrangle them. Glitch slimes would take the form of other slimes, distinguishable only by the inaccurate face they present. Vacuuming them up or using debug spray will reveal their true form. Additionally, a glitch slime can take the form of objects commonly found in the far-flung range. If you're familiar with the real range, look for objects like rocks and trees that don't seem to belong. A splash of debug spray can reveal many glitch slimes in disguise. A glitch slime does not display any drive to eat the simulated food of the slimulation, and so no known ports exist. However, if glitch slime ports did exist, they would be virtual like everything in the slimulation and have no actual real-life value. Well, I mean, what about bitcoins and stuff like that? Just because it's virtual doesn't mean it doesn't have value. Unless, of course, a bunch of people decided virtual ports have value, and then maybe everyone would start buying them. Okay. I mean, I didn't even read ahead, and I called what they're about to mention. A diss on bitcoins. Heck, maybe eventually glitch slime plorts would be worth a fortune because a bunch of us just agreed on that too, and then we all created our own simulations to generate glitch slime plorts. But if that happened, then we would all be using an absurd amount of real energy, harming our real environment further, all to generate virtual plorts. So obviously that's a very silly thing, and we never do that. Something tells me the developers of Slime Rancher really care about the environment. I mean, it's good. It's good to care. But, yeah, people have already done that, I'm afraid to tell you. Let's see. So if there's any, like, rock... Well, how do I use the, how do I test the rocks and things like that? Like, what's the spray button I use? Oh, you. Boop, boop. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Get in my pocket. Boop, boop. I wonder how many I'm supposed to... Oh, what's this? What's it? Oh, debug spray. Use debug spray and glitch slime disguise as objects to reveal them. Got it. So if I see something that I don't think belongs, let me try testing on this rock. Not... Oh, it's nothing special, but it does... Did it change the color a little bit? No, it didn't. Okay. See, any weird ones in here? You a weird boy? Nope. Is this place a recreation of this whole place, or just the first part of the Far From? Oh, there's a portal over here. Let's take a look. Honestly, I love this stuff. I really love this stuff. Like, if you want to get me passionate about a topic, the thing that I'm most excited for, like if someone were to ask me what technology, or almost like, I can't push it too far, maybe not the thing I'm most excited for out of everything ever, but one of the most exciting things in my that I'm looking forward to in my life is this type of full dive, like full immersion VR technology. That's what I'm looking forward to more than anything else. Because I absolutely love this stuff. I love the idea of being able to experience so many adventures, to try all these new things without any risk to yourself. You can just experience any world you want to, any experience you want, as long as people are willing to make it. And I'm sure if that stuff became mainstream, a lot of people would switch from whatever they're doing to doing that stuff because it's just so exciting. There's so many possibilities you can do that would be so much more immersive than any video game or book or anything like that in real life. It would definitely take over as the primary form of media. Of course, it could also be a bit dangerous because people would... I feel like if it got too good, people would spend more time in that than they would in the real world. Or at least, many more people would hate the real world and would want to go into the virtual world instead and just stay there as much as they can. Other than, like, using the bathroom, eating, and all that stuff, which I'm sure you could find a way to do that. Just, you know, tubes and stuff. Why not? Oh. Okay, it's like the Far range, but a more condensed version. But the rarer slimes give more glitches for them, so that's nice. I don't quite remember what everything looks like in the real place, so I can't... I'm not using my debug spray too much. I'll keep it equipped at least, though. Honestly, though, I feel like the benefits of making that real, like, full dive, brain interface VR thing, the benefits outweigh the downsides of doing it, in my opinion, because there's so many people who would get so much joy in life and just enjoy it so much if you made something like that, who otherwise are just depressed or upset with life in general or things. Ooh, a blueprint. Yeah, they did say these were scattered around here, didn't they? Fruit slime bait. Used to harmlessly attract fruit-eating slimes. That's cool. But I've already heard, like, people who have depression can be made to feel way better or be a lot more happy if they're able to go into a virtual world that's really nice and lets them go on these adventures and things like that. And I think that's great, considering how my brother has had depression for a long time. He's gotten better after a while. I'm not going to talk about it too much for privacy and stuff. But my brother had that for a while, and I feel like he would love that type of thing. I know I would. But even beyond that, like, I know that people who have had mental, like, memory issues, Alzheimer's, stuff like that, like, they often are able to remember things better. Whenever, like, their brain gives more stimulation, stuff like that, more signs of them remembering the past and everything else and having a better brain function. If you give them an experience that reminds them of their childhood, like listening to their favorite songs or reliving a great event or something like that through video. Like, I know a lot of times video is used. Is that where tar slimes are going to appear there, aren't they? I know a lot of times video is used in order to bring back these memories. However, I think if you were to use something along the lines of a full VR thing where they can straight up relive their experiences that they've had, or even just go on new adventures that they've never been on before, I think that would help people a lot with mental problems. And moving beyond mental problems, it might be even more effective for physical problems. Glitch slimes are bugs in the simulation, so they don't play by the rules. They can escape if you take damage from the tar-like corruption. Okay, exit portal, exit portal, exit portal. Okay, I think it's probably time to leave here. Can I hop? Oh no, ow, come on, stop it. Stop, stop. Stop. Oh crap, oh crap, no! I need those! Come back. Oh lord, is this an exit portal? That's not an exit portal. Where's the exit portal? This way. I'm losing all my glitch slimes. Oh, I should have left sooner. I didn't realize the nearest exit portal would be so far away. Okay, this place is still mostly alright. Whatever, 15. I'll make it last. Where's the exit? Is this the way to the nearest one? This is the very... Wait, where am I even going? Okay. Where am... Oh, here. Let me out. Wait, this isn't an exit portal. Where am I going? Okay, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Okay, back to what I was talking about as I run. So people with physical disabilities, people who are paralyzed, or people who have lost arms or legs. Imagine being able to go into a world just using their brain, just by connecting their brain to it, where they don't have to worry about not having arms or legs or stuff like that anymore. Because in the virtual world, they have those still, and they can live just like they would have when they, as if they weren't disabled at all. Or people who are older and can barely move because they're old and all that type of stuff. Put them in this VR world as a young character, and they can feel what it's like to be like 20 years old again and be able to climb and run and do all this stuff. It would be revolutionary for these people, and I think any of those health benefits far outweigh any risk to society in terms of people wanting to spend more time in there and not working. Honestly, that's my opinion. I just want people to be happy. That's my thing. And I think it would help a lot to do that type of thing. Plus, you know, I just see what it's like to be a girl.
Hello again.
I hypothesize that you are seeking another summary of how to engage with the simulation. Given the complexity of the task, it is most understandable. Step 1. Enter the simulation and begin looking for glitch slimes. They will be disguised as larger slimes or objects that will seem out of place. Step 2. Vac up suspicious slimes and use debug spray on suspicious objects to reveal glitch slimes. And step 3. Vac them up, avoid taking damage, and most of all, avoid the tar-like corruption that I promise to fix as soon as possible. When the exit portal opens, follow the exit markers to the portal and safely log out. Safely log out of the simulation. The glitch slimes in your vac tank will have automatically converted to bug reports. Turn them in and be rewarded with invaluable scientific data. And other rewards too. But the data! Please note that in the interest of efficiency, I have recorded this exchange, and should you call again during this phase of the project, I will simply replay this recording. But that last part is not material to the instruction. It should probably be edited out. I showed the last statement I just made about editing the previous statement. And thank you, Beatrix. Goodbye. Okay, so you can get some big upgrades. So I need 20 for one upgrade and then 100 for another one. Can I toss them in here as well? No. I mean, these things look kind of weird. Look at that. Look at what it looks like. It's just a physical manifestation of a bug report. Well, I do want to get a little bit more because I want to get at least see what this item is. So I'm going to go back in. But actually, I think I'm going to end off this Actually, no. I'm going to go back in because there's still a little bit more I want to talk about. Because funnily enough, I was actually reading about this topic, or not reading, I watched a video where this was mentioned a little bit recently, and it was an interview by Gabe Newell, who is of course the CEO of Valve, founder of Valve, or co-founder, I should say. So, he made Half-Life Alyx recently, you may have heard of it. It's like a big VR game, it's supposed to be a really big deal, because it's basically changed VR, and showed the possibilities if you're willing to put in the effort to make a high-quality VR title. It is very immersive. Very immersive. There's so much detail in it. Like, I've been playing it a little bit because me and Andrew has an Oculus, like the cheapest version of it, but still an Oculus, which is nice. And I've had an absolute blast playing through Half-Life Alyx, just the first chapter so far. It looks so good. The graphics are the best out of any game I've ever played, and that's no exaggeration. You can interact with so much stuff. It is such a cool game. And Gabe Newell was talking about VR and the future of technology and all that type of stuff in an interview with IGN that I was watching. And he was talking about how interested he is in the exact same things I am, which I found to be super cool, and I'm glad that he is. Things like full dive VR and full immersion, people getting fully put into a game, or a world, or an experience, and feeling like you're there by connecting your brain to it. And he was talking about how like Valve themselves are working on this type of stuff right now. And honestly, I would not be surprised if the first company to create this type of interface, this brain-neural interface, brain-computer interface, I think it was called, would be Valve. Valve is the type of innovative company who would do that type of thing, honestly. They always like to progress technology and make really game-changing stuff in whatever field they're interested in, usually for gaming, and this would be revolutionary for gaming, of course, so it's very important for them. In fact, this seems to be their major push right now, VR, and making immersive VR, and making this sort of full immersion neural interface thing, which I find to be super awesome. In fact, he talked about how, like, currently they've already made pretty good strides in it by working with other people. Dash panel allows you to briefly sprint with 0 energy cost. If I place those everywhere, that would be really good for getting around the place. What's this one? Ooh, what's it gonna be? Digishrub. An in-progress approximation of a shrub. Or maybe a rock. It's still early. How many of these are there? I wonder how many of these hidden loot pods there are scattered around this place. Regardless, though, he was talking about how they already made good progress, how they're already working on, or how they already basically have the ability, or at least are super close, I can't remember exactly what he said, to being able to feel things, like touch in games and stuff like that, in VR games. So you would grab something in the game and it would feel like it would feel in real life. And they already have really great technology to get that type of stuff done. And I'm super excited for that, because for me, that's the one feature, or 2 features I want more than anything else in VR is A, being able to walk around in-game and make it feel natural, like you're really walking. That's the #1 feature I want more than anything else, because having to teleport everywhere without in order to avoid getting really dizzy when playing VR games is a bit of a turnoff for me. I want to be able to play VR and be able to run around and not worry about running around in real life and going everywhere, but just be able to run around and experience it like I was there in terms of like movement. The other thing I want is, of course, the sense of touch, which he seems to already be making really great progress on, and I think that'll be the next big innovation in VR, touch technology. Being able to pick things up and feel the weight, feel the texture, and all that type of stuff would be absolutely amazing, and I am so looking forward to that. To be honest, I think that'll be a big game changer. Hopefully it won't be too expensive. It probably will be at first, though. I'm waiting for VR to go really mainstream and for the stuff to get cheaper. That way, more people can experience it, more people can create experiences, and more companies can get in and make quality games like Half-Life Alyx, like really immersive, really beautiful games that really get you invested in the emotions and story and everything. It's just fantastic. I'm so excited. The interesting thing, though, he said like one of the hard parts that they found right now is actually things like senses not of touch, but of heat and cold and temperature, things like that. Because there are certain senses that are wired more into more systems of the body, rather than just being in the brain. It's like spread out in neurons throughout your body, and that's things like hot and cold, temperature, feeling temperature. That stuff is a lot more complex, and it's hard to program in because of that. And way more than just touch. Like, that's really complex. Oh, I can knock these guys out using this. Okay, run. Get out. Okay, where's the nearest exit? It says exit portal. Oh, over here. Hello. I'll look for more of you guys when I go, but actually, let's go ahead and get out. Oh, I'm in a cave now. Ow. Stop tagging me. Rude. Oh, okay, this would have been the other way I could have gone if I'd gone that way. Where am I going? Where's the exit? Is it over here? It's over there. Okay. Can I make this? I think I can make it. Alright. We're out of here. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me! Don't touch me! I'm out! I'm out of here! Whew! Nice. Bug report. Okay, and last thing, let's kind of read through what we get for this. We got ourselves a manifold cube, a little bit of everything, and the achievement pro style because we filled out our entire Slimepedia. So, manifold cube. Slime science material, not slime food. A manifold cube is an invention of slime scientist Victor Humphreys. He developed manifold cubes in order to save time, as manifold cubes contain traces of thousands of unique minerals and compounds, one of which can be activated by a fabricator to transform the whole manifold cube into the selected material. Mochi once offered Victor a fortune in $new for the formula to creating manifold cubes, and he politely declined. Following this, Victor noted several attempts to hack his data server. When Victor asked Mochi to comment on the incident, she politely declined. Deposit manifold cubes into the lab's refinery, where it can then be used for crafting slime science gadgets. Oh, okay. Can I deposit? Oh, I can deposit it through here. Or I can store them. I guess it's just another storage unit where I can just like throw stuff in to store them, maybe. I think so. Not sure. Anyway, I'm going to end this off here. A bit of a longer episode, but I had some fun stuff to talk about, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. It was a good time. Can I even store mint mangoes in this? Oh yeah, I can store anything in here. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. So hopefully you all did too. This is something I'm really passionate about and I'm really looking forward to. And I'm hoping that if Valve is want to make it, they make it within the next like 20 years or so, because I want to be alive and still of a young age and have a lot of time in my life to experience it and really enjoy it. I feel like it's coming. I really do. I feel like this sort of brain interface thing is gonna come sometime in my lifetime. I don't think that's an overestimation. I don't even think I think 20 years might be maybe a bit too quick, like of an estimation, but it could happen. I don't think it's unreasonable or impossible for it to happen within that time. And I think it's basically guaranteed within the next like 30, 40 years. So yeah, hopefully you all are excited too. Technology progresses whether or not you want it to. It's gonna happen. So yeah, that's all for now. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode of Slime Rancher. Look forward to seeing me on VR Tube, the YouTube of the digital future, one day, where everyone will just stream using the VR avatars. Some people are already ahead of the game on that. That's all for now, and I hope to see you all on the next adventure.